welcome to the Internet News. I'm Davis.
And I'm Dennis, and this is the only show that revels in the misfortune of others in the name of justice and revenge.
Dennis, how about just content?
Whatever.
Well, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. AST on this show, we talk about all of the latest YouTube and TikTok tea and drama. And most of all, enjoy reveling in the misfortunes of people who are doing way better than us.
At least we're doing better than this certain paper bear Jeffree Star's been mowing down this week.
Oh dear, is that animal cruelty I'm seeing? We're at least glad that Def Noodles on Twitter has reached out to Peter for comments.
Ooh, Peter. Great guy, I like him. Anyway, if you enjoy our show, don't forget to like and subscribe and also comment your thoughts on any of the stories that we have today.
Yes, we are trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Can you help out?
I think they can.
Okay, and first up is A Tale of Love and Romance.
Oh my god, Dennis loves love. Dennis loves this story already. Who's this lucky guy?
Well, after going through a very difficult year involving death, a breakup, trauma, slander, although probably he wasn't the victim of that, and lost business, I'm glad that there's finally a bit of light at the end of the tunnel for this courageous YouTuber.
Oh my god, my heart really goes out to that person. Who is it? He deserves, or she deserves all my love.
Why, it's Jeffree Star, of course.
Oh, I retract everything I've ever said in the past 24 years.
Well, last time we talked about Jeffree's love life, it was just after he had split up from his longtime partner, Nathan. And he was spotted, or rather, he was flaunting his then new relationship on his Instagram stories.
Oh yes, I remember that well. It was Jose Flores, best known for being in Big Brother and X on the Beach. And to you, Davis, you had me search up his entire OnlyFans. I love researching that.
I didn't ask you to do that, Dennis.
Oh.
But it appears that Jeffree has now moved on to another guy, and he's a basketball player.
Yes, this week Jeffree posted this image onto his Instagram account with the caption, "Thankful for all the blessings God has brought into my life this year." And it got people talking. It got us talking.
Yes, and talk people did. As you can see, Jeffree in this image is sitting a little, let's say, provocatively on a heavily tattooed naked guy and also covering his face and identity.
Twitter quickly got onto the search trying to match up his tattoos to anyone of note, and it wasn't long before it turned out that it was Andre Marhold, who's a POC 30-year-old basketball player.
Yes, upon seeing that photo, Speak Now Strong on Twitter asked, "How much did you pay this black man to take this photo with you?"
Okay, but did Jeffree respond?
Why, yes, he did. By blocking him, of course.
Yikes, that's not a good look. But people did have legitimate concerns about the reason Jeffree Star has been connecting with now 2 black men since he split with Nathan. Was it to dispel any rumors of racist tendencies? He's dated 2 black guys.
Well, Dennis, let me inform you that he has used the N-word repeatedly in the past. And not just that N-word, but the other one too.
Both of them. Yep. That's not a good look, is it? But despite this, he responded by tweeting, "I know it's devastating news for some people, but I don't give money to anyone I'm dating or anyone who's f***ing me. Work on your own insecurities, sis. I'm not the problem."
But there's more. To dodge the accusations of racism, he then decided to play the victim card and call out his
It's a good card. I would play it if it was in my hand.
And call out his responders out for homophobia. Now, wasn't that just lovely?
But there's even more, because since that tweet, it has been revealed that Jeffree Star's not only a perpetual liar and a racist, but he's possibly also a homewrecker.
Yes, because apparently Andre Marhold is not just any basketball player, but he's a married basketball player with kids.
His wife, Lizzie LP on Instagram posted an image of the two of them at a game with the caption, "Tell me what I've done to you." Okay, that's clearly a typo, but let's move on. Tell what? Why? Okay, can this woman even type? Because I could work harder to make our life better. I was your ride and die. I could do anything to save our relationship. Anything. Okay, I'm sure you could do anything. Did you do anything? Apparently not. How about taking a third grade English class? And that's beside the point, because that was clearly a passionate message. And she's been hurt, right?
Yeah.
That's the point of the message.
But on top of that, there's even more, because she also posted this, where the caption was, "My son matters. My son was so happy last week. IDC, if it's about money, but this hurts me a lot and affects my son. God, please help me to keep my head up for my son, because this shit is unreal. Please help me, God. Be strong for my son. This ruined the whole family."
He could be strong for, his own son.
Yeah, while these posts clearly show the failings of the public American school system, it does seem like that, like Dan and Phil Simms' character Dill, that Jeffree Star is indeed a homewrecker too.
Oh dear. What isn't so certain, however, is whether this man is actually married, because Jeffree Star has tweeted, "I don't hang out with married men. I'm not going to repeat myself again, so read it twice. Marriage licenses are public record. Common sense is not so common."
So is Jeffree Star a homewrecker, or is he totally in his right to date this perhaps married man? Tell us your comments below.
And next up is another story on Jeffree Star.
Yes, that's how you know that it's a true Davis and Dennis YouTube video. We've just got millions of Jeffree Star stories, don't we?
Oh, we've got 3. Well, it seems that there's no such thing as a cheap and cheerful orgy.
Oh, really?
That's news to me, Davis, because the mini orgy palette is like syphilis. My friend Davis has it, and it's not the greatest.
Yep, the reviews are in, and while the standard orgy eyeshadow palette seems to be Jeffree Star quality as usual, the mini orgy, which is not so cheap, $28,
$28 US.
yeah, perhaps it isn't so great.
On Beautylish, the product has 2 out of 5 stars, which is in stark difference to the standard palette with 5 stars. Let's go through some of them, shall we?
That sounds like fun, Dennis.
Roxanne goes, "Disappointing at best. The colours do not blend well at all, with little payoff. This is for the trash. I love anything Jeffree Star, but do not waste your money unless you want to just look at pretty colours." I do want to look at pretty colours though, so it might be worth the money.
On the other hand, Angie says, "The worst palette I own. I was so excited for this palette. I purchased it on launch day. While the checkout process and shipping time was very fast, this palette was 100% not worth the purchase. The shades Glass Wet, Gagging, Frozen Fire, and Foam Party all feel like they have hard pan. When you go swatch them, no pigment comes off on your finger. They can't be used with a wet brush or dry brush either. These shades are complete duds. I am so extremely disappointed in this palette. I would definitely return it if I could. Do not waste your money."
And finally, T says, "Utter garbage. And I love every single JSC palette until now. In my collection of over 160 eyeshadow palettes, this is literally the worst one I've ever owned. Hard pan, gritty, zero pigment, and nothing saves us, not a brush, not a finger, not a glitter glue. I could have bought this trash from the dollar store. Super disappointed. Do not waste your money."
Yeah, those are some strong words indeed. But what are your thoughts on this palette? Will you be buying one of the worst palettes of all time, or have you already done so? Tell us in the comments below. And next up, we have a couple of YouTubers who, let's say, we've had a little bit of beef with in the past.
And now comes our sweet revenge.
Yes, because it turns out that twins Brooklyn and Bailey both have the C virus. Woo!
We did it! I know it sounds a bit harsh. I wouldn't wish the C virus on my worst enemy, except for them. But they were both in the Dolan twins. We got every identical twin on the internet in one Zoom video where they conveniently forgot about us.
How does that work?
It's like they don't even know we exist.
Gosh. Well, actually, Dennis, I think that they might not know that we exist.
Impossible.
But at least the Dolan twins do.
Anyway, to preface this, Brooklyn and Bailey are both in an influencer partnership with Baylor University. Brooklyn, Bailey, Baylor has a ring to it, I gotta say.
Could be triplets.
Who describes himself as a private Baptist Christian university in Texas.
Yeah.
So we can expect some progressive ideals emanating from that institution.
That just sounds amazing. But at least they do have some notable alumni like Angela Kingsley from The Office and also Haters Back Off, although we don't talk about that one. And also Jojo Fletcher, who was a contestant on the 20th season of The Bachelor, and more importantly, the lead of the 12th season of The Bachelorette. Wow.
Intellectuals
Amazing.
indeed. Anyway, unlike those two luminaries. Brooklyn and Bailey are two examples of influencer students who are assumingly paid to promote the university in posts like this one, where they said, "Choosing where to go to college is one of the hardest decisions you'll ever make. For us, Baylor University was our decision because it was welcoming, Christian, and challenging academics, and was close to home." Well, because religious affiliation is definitely the most important issue when choosing a place for higher education.
Very
I agree
true.
with you guys.
Anyway, since they are ambassadors for Baylor Uni, it would be unfortunate then, perhaps, if they were to spoil the grand reopening after lockdown. And spoil it they did, because they uploaded an image onto their Instagram with a caption, "Brooklyn and I tested for COVID today."
Why that cheerful tone? Yeah, well, obviously, with the rate of infection in Texas, it isn't that surprising. What is a little bit awkward is their attempt to make it appear that they did not contract the virus on the campus itself.
Well, they claim in the long post that they may have procured it from a roommate who had a close contact. The fact that they filmed a recent series where Brooklyn went to Utah and went on 10 dates in 10 days, well, that was poorly judged at best and severely misguided and dangerous at worst.
Joe Finn's tweets, "The college that sponsors us took every precaution in our getting infected by a viral disease while attending in-person classes was not due to in-person classes." Good accent.
Who would have thought? And then Emily says, "They assured their readers they kept really tight circles and wore masks and took precautions, etc. But they do 10 different dates with 10 different guys and went various places without masks."
Naturally, their fans had many questions, me included, of which they answered about 2 of them in a series of Instagram stories. Let's watch some of them, shall we?
Hey guys, so we had a ton of questions on our last post a little while ago about us testing positive for COVID and what our symptoms were/are. I kind of felt like I had just the flu. I had a sore throat, chills, congestion in the nose. But we are feeling a lot better. Like the symptoms are slowly going away today. And we've been taking zinc, vitamin C, trying to sit outside.
I just love how they are taking vitamin C and zinc, 2 supplements that are placebo at best. But let's be happy that the placebo is working at the very least.
That's good, as long as they're happy.
They've got their place.
Oh, we just discovered that we've lost our smell. Like, just literally just barely?
Losing your sense of smell is one of the main symptoms that's best known for the virus, but at least they're in high spirits. I wonder if they have the C virus too, however. That would change my opinion of them.
Anyway, to me at least, through their lackadaisical approach to social distancing, as evidenced by the content that they've been making recently, it seems as though it shouldn't be surprising that they have contracted the virus. However, I'm not a fan of how they are making content about it in such a light-hearted way. It's a serious pandemic that has killed hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. It's almost like they are making a mockery of it, and it's just another YouTube challenge. But I guess it sort of is.
Yeah, I'd still watch their content. I mean, separate the art from the artist, am I right? Well, what are your thoughts? Can you separate the art from the artist, like me? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, who's your favourite C-Virus influencer? Mine's Bryce Hall.
Anyway, what's our last story, David?
And our final story is from China.
And apparently, Bart Baker, who has made lots of content about China, is making a Western comeback.
Yes, but because of Chinese censorship, that's all that we can say about the topic for now.
That's perfect timing because I can't be bothered to write any more scripts.
Yes, and that's also all the time that we have this week.
I feel that we might have just upset some people, but we are a public service that nobody uses.
Anyway, if
Like the recycling bin.
Yes. Anyway, if you'd like to use us, make sure that you like and subscribe. And otherwise, check out our last video that we uploaded a couple of days ago, where we talk about what Tanya Burr has been doing since she left YouTube.
And
it was very exciting and also a
very
bit of a flop.
I'm getting several messages from here. And on that happy note,
Toodaloo! Woo!